everyone. This is Emma in Washington, D.C. Black Lives Matter Plaza. You can see the White House down there, along with the Washington Monument. We just pulled into town, left Minnesota yesterday, and spent the night in Ohio and drove straight here. Most of the buildings are boarded up down here, and it was kind of funny pulling into town because we're used to seeing boarded up buildings. It took a few blocks before I remembered that that's not normal. Basically, every building on the first floor, the majority of them, that one's boarded up. That one's getting boarded up right now. That hotel is boarded up, but it's black, so it, I guess, looks like fancier plywood than some of the other buildings. So I'm not sure what's going on right now, or what the plan is, what people are doing tonight, but I thought we'd just come down here and take a look. There are a lot of police all over the place. There are a lot of people out jogging right now, if you see people running by. So we're coming up to the end of the lives here. More boarded up buildings. Here's the Matter. So right across the street is Lafayette Square, that is surrounded by this fence, and the White House is on the other side of it.
Let the fear of death be as the fear of you, Lord God. For the beginning of wisdom is the fear of you, Lord God, and the fear that right there is the they're paid. They're literally paid. But you can find that now. If you begin to seek the face of God, they know more than just the Bible. You can have an active, living relationship with the Lord God. Jesus Christ can come and live inside of you. The person of the mystery of the Godhead, which is the Holy Spirit.
I don't know if you heard him, but a guy just walked by who was live streaming and telling whoever was listening to him that all these people standing around here with signs are all paid to stand here and hold their signs. That's the second time I've heard that song in just a matter of about 10 minutes. So, all of Lafayette Square blocked off. White House in there.
Let them seek out your face, Lord God. Let them be fed up with that depression, with the anxiety, with the suicidal thoughts. Let them turn away from the sin which keeps them from praying and seeking God and fearing death. Let the fear of death and the fear of God return to this land by a holy Father. I have no other prayer for this nation. As a former homosexual man, as a former man who used to enjoy the delicacies of what is forbidden in the Bible, of what is called an abomination, who said to himself that I don't want to give up this sin, because what if this sin is no sin at all? I want to realize that sin is a mountain of pleasure, and there's been replaced by the joy and the peace of the Holy Spirit, as I go to the Holy and Christ from glory to glory. Lord God, I know that my story is nothing more than a paper on this earth. And that there on YouTube, Lord God, and throughout the churches are countless millions of born-again, supernatural testimony of those that doubt that sin.
I think the park is just completely closed now.
But if they have been overcome by a supernatural change in their life,
There's also no parking on a lot of the different letter streets from 18th to 9th starting tomorrow, or I guess tonight at midnight. And it says, the reason? Election week.
if you would only call upon him in desperation. For me, I had to receive my Philip's name. For me, I had to have the
It's over behind where Dude sits. Cuthbert.
The Lord God, I know that you are also willing, because you have loved the world so much that you are willing to reveal yourself supernaturally to your children. That you are willing to reveal yourself, Lord God, as you did to the man who
I'm not sure how late I'll be out tonight. Terrible timing, but I slept weird last night and my back hurts so much right now. I might end up getting a hotel tonight. I was intending on sleeping in the car, but I don't think that'll help my back. I saw that too about the wall around the White House. I'm gonna just walk along the perimeter of this fence now, I think.
Jesus Christ is real, and the Bible is real, as the miracles of salvation are seen every day, as literally people, as the blind literally see, and as people in wheelchairs, as I have seen, literally get out of wheelchairs by the authority of the Spirit of God. Lord God, but let us bring people occupied, not by the vote numbers, Lord, not by the polling numbers, Lord, but that there'll be a sign, that there'll be a number counter on their screens that shows the number of people that Jesus Christ revealed himself today. Yesterday, 10,000. Today, 115,000. Next week, 140,000, Lord God. Let these counters and these numbers be relics, Lord, that demonstrate the numbers of miracles, signs and wonders, and testimonies that are the evidence that your Bible is real, and that your supernatural spirit is real, and that Jesus is real, and our enemy, the devil, and his dominion of fallen angels and demons, from before the flood, the giants of this earth, that they are real, and they occupy the minds and the bodies of men who used to be me and you. And Lord God, I know there's nothing that I can possibly do to convince these people that what I'm saying is true. Lord God, I ask you to give them supernatural vision, Lord God.
I will take some pictures of the signs. Usually I take pictures when I'm also live streaming, but my back hurts too much right now to hold both things up. So I'm gonna walk around this fence and see if I can tell if there's something bigger set up around the White House, and then come back over here when I'm done live streaming and take some pictures. So this is still Lafayette Square. There's some police in there. See more of all the buildings boarded up. If anyone knows on any of the places I'm streaming to right now when the barricades and the fence was put up around the whole park, if you could comment that, that'd be cool. I've been to a lot of protests in this park before. Definitely never seen it fenced up like this before. Bunch of different news crews walking around all over right now. Just everything is boarded up for blocks. Yeah, overall it feels pretty calm down here right now. It's weird that it does not feel weird to see everything boarded up. Looks like this place is boarded up on one side, not on this side though. Everything I can see down that way is boarded up. Pretty much in every direction. It's 7:30 here right now. For anyone just tuning in, live in Washington, D.C. right now. Started over at Black Lives Matter Plaza. Checked out the fence by the White House where there's a bunch of stuff hanging up on it. Kind of a small crowd, and walking around to the other side of the White House now, but the way that I would normally walk is blocked off. Gotta go a little extra. There are always so many people jogging at night in the city. More.
Just trying to stretch the leg, buddy. Trying to stretch the leg. Said you're a little sore. Figure we'll just walk up here to where it's at.
Oh, look, another jogging person. Looks like there's more barricades being put up right here. So normally this is open for pedestrians. It's the space between Lafayette Square and the White House. The White House is right over there. And the park is right over there that was surrounded by the fence with all those signs on it. And they're putting more of the fencing up over here. It's that big deal strong fence that you can't knock down easily. You can kind of see the White House just past that person. There's a couple of American flags like that right there. Over there is the White House. I'm gonna hand off my phone for a second so I can take a couple of pictures of this.
Can you video that for news?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey. DNA from the DMV. You heard me? That's my name. DNA. Nice. My birthday. Good. Push up. Come up. Yep. Send it. Line up. Yep. All right. Watch your hands. Come on, man. I got you. We need an 8. Oh, we need an 8. Watch the back, gentlemen.
Hey guys, can you stay out of the guy's way, please? Hey, could you scoot this way, please? You're fine, just stay out of our way.
Just gotta flip it, that's all. Line up. All right. Line up at the bottom. Come up. Line up.
What? Oh, cool.
All right. Come up.
Hey everyone, it's me again. We're live in Washington, D.C. They are putting up this fence, not around the White House. I forgot what this building is. This is the International Assets Regulatory Board. The White House is right on the other side of it. So you cannot get close to the White House right now. Yeah, let's keep walking. Oh, look at it. There's another jogger. Always here at night. No matter what's going on, there's people jogging by.
No, you was the third one. I was keeping it up. But now you want to grab the back part of you.
So right now we are on 15th, at 15th and G. And I'm just gonna keep walking down here to see how far this goes. There's obviously a lot more fence parts ready to be put up. Now we're by Department of the Treasury over here, where more of the fence is put together. And if you've just tuned in, here's more of the boarded up buildings. The first floor of pretty much everything is boarded up for blocks in every direction. Yeah, Department of the Treasury right here. We're at 15th and F. And so stuff is getting boarded up right now all over the place. And they're putting the fences up around the government building, so there's so many little teams like this putting this stuff up all over the city. The Secret Service police. More fence bits over here. So I think in a matter of less than an hour, this spot that I'm standing at right now will be inside of the fence. The White House is right over there. There's more fencing getting dropped off right there in front of me. So that fence will come down this sidewalk and probably cross right here and go over here. Another park. It's now a restricted area. So I'm assuming that where I'm walking right now will be inside of that fence within a couple of hours. There's something under construction across the street. I noticed in a lot of the other little parks that are like a block size big, A lot of them are under construction, and one of them was blocked off with a bunch of big police lights in the middle of it. Definitely never seen this place looking like this before.
Keep shouting for Jesus! Hey! Jesus loves you guys!
Got the Jesus guy here.
Amen! Amen, brother. Jesus saves! Jesus Christ loves you! Jesus saves!
Looks like there's two more big flatbed semi-trucks up there that are full of fencing pieces. All this says stop, but some guy just jogged out of here, so maybe we can go in it. Yeah, it seems like this is supposed to be blocking this. There's the Washington Monument. The creepy red lights blinking at the top. Yeah. Definitely feels like we're like not supposed to be on this sidewalk, but you can just see it over those trees. Yeah, it's suddenly super quiet now that we're on this sidewalk. There's a couple people coming behind us. So those two big trucks that had all the fence pieces were out that way on that road, and a lot of pieces of fence. So I'm not sure if tonight, by tomorrow, they're planning on having this whole bigger area within that fence, or if it'll turn this way down this sidewalk. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Really beautiful view of the White House from here. And it's like there's layers. I can see through the hole in this green thing, and then there's just another fence on the other side of it. Give you guys a great view of the Washington Monument that is also surrounded by a fence. Whoever owns and manufactures all this fencing, and all these plywood companies are really doing great this year. Look, it's a jogger. So now I'm all the way on the other side of the White House, right in the center, what I assume is the center, where you would have a nice view. There's the concrete barricade with a little fence on top of it, and then there's a fence with green stuff on it. Then behind that there's another fence with green stuff on it. Then on the other side of that, it looks like there's a concrete barricade, and then a white wall that kind of looks like fancy paneling that would be inside of a fancy house. Because I guess if you're surrounding the White House with a wall, it has to look nice. I'm gonna stop here to take a picture. I'm gonna hand off my phone. That's funny. Did you see that light just go out on the White House?
Yeah, it's been flickering on and off.
I know. There it is. So fingers are too cold to use my phone.
Hey, you have a safe drive, alright?
What? I'll be in DC all week. I have something. The last thing I have planned to go to is on Saturday. I think so. I might leave and drive back Saturday evening. So wherever you're watching this right now, I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. Just keep an eye out for stuff all week. Who knows what's going to be happening here. Can't keep going on the sidewalk. Have to walk through the grass, I guess. Right next to the sidewalk. So, walking away from the White House now. And I'll go all the way around back to where I started by Black Lives Matter Plaza. If if it's not too eventful, I'll probably end this live stream so I can take some photos of what's going on over there and decide what to do with the rest of the evening. Like I said earlier, in case anybody missed it, I somehow must have slept weird last night and woke up with a really hurting back. I'm just sitting in a car for like 6 or 7 hours today. Didn't really help it. There are so many different kinds of pieces of fence all over the place. So here's more of the pieces of fencing that are up on the other side. And since it's over here and the White House is over there, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna assume that they're putting this fence up this way and blocking off this whole area. Maybe not, but I didn't see any of this fence stuff on the sidewalk in here. I'd think if they were putting it up over there, they would have dropped it off closer to where they're going to use it. But I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Huh? Yeah, this is that closer to that fancy wall. So it's concrete barriers, and then this is wood, but they put these little things on it to make the squares so it looks like a fancy wall in a fancy house. Have to block off the White House with a fancy plywood wall. That is really funny. Guess these buildings don't need to be boarded up because they've got metal things on the windows already. More people jogging. Thank you everybody for watching this tonight and sharing this if you did. I know it's not a super eventful live stream, but I wanted to show you what I was seeing when I was pulling into town and just kind of what it looks like and what it feels like here in preparation for whatever it is that happens tomorrow. Is that somebody that didn't mean to turn there?
He's pulling out.
Oh, okay. More of the big fence parts. Looks like they're putting some more up right in front of us on the sidewalk here. Surprising that this glass is not boarded up. So much fence. Yeah. There are so many people out here working to put up this fencing right now. There is so much fencing. There's so many vehicles loading it and moving it. I've no idea the cost of that or how long any of them are working to put it up. So now we're on 17th, the other side of the White House. Hand off my phone again so I can take pictures. Thank you. There's trees across the street at the office of the U.S. Trade Representative that are surrounded by little fences. So even the trees are getting some extra protection here. If you're just tuning in, we're live right now in Washington, D.C., where fencing is being erected all around the White House, but also the couple of surrounding buildings also, in preparation for whatever it is that happens tomorrow and the following days. There are teams like this all around the White House and other buildings that are putting up metal fencing like this, but also boarding up windows with plywood. Got a lady here filming as she drives by from Ohio. I will say, usually when I'm here, I see a lot of cars from other places, but the whole way here, I saw lots of people driving the same direction as me from all over the country. And a few of them, I'm pretty sure we're coming here because we were on the same roads together for quite a while. A lot of cars from the Midwest. Kind of seeing the same cars repeatedly on our whole trip. Today is Monday, so yesterday I left from Minnesota in the morning and drove to Iowa, over by Cedar Point, and spent the night near Lake Erie. Woke up and got some work done and then drove right here. This is next to the White House. We cannot get close to the White House. There's this building, and then the White House is on the other side of it. Then there's a building on the other side of that, and then more fence. So I'm going to take a couple more pictures over here and then keep walking back to where I started in Black Lives Matter Plaza. So that'll be like a complete circle that I made around as close as you can get to the White House right now. for those that don't know, when I am live streaming, I'm also taking photos with my nice cameras. I'm a photographer. I just happen to live stream everything that I'm photographing also. So later tonight, I will be going through the pictures that I'm taking right now and posting them on my website. I don't usually go back and add my gallery link to the live streams that I've done. So if you've watched any of my other live streams and didn't know, I'm also taking photos while doing this. And I will tell you what my website is when that big truck passes. This is Pennsylvania Avenue, which is usually open to pedestrians. This is a spot where there's usually a lot of people, a lot of tourists standing between the White House and the park, taking pictures right in front of the White House. So on the other side of those lights is the White House. You can kind of right there, that whiteness is the White House, and normally you'd be able to walk on this street and get close to it. But not only are they putting a fence, there's already a fence around the White House. I don't know if you can tell. It's like right by the lights is where the fence normally is. So they're not even putting this fence on Pennsylvania Avenue, but it's going an extra block around the White House in most directions. There's more buildings boarded up. Barricades. There's just barricades and fencing and plywood getting moved all over the city right now. For blocks in every direction, there's so much plywood. porta potties getting moved around too. I don't know if they're taking them away so they don't get knocked over or destroyed tomorrow. Yeah, it looks like he's picking that one up, but maybe that's normal and he's just putting a new one down. I was saying earlier right when we drove into town, a bunch of the buildings are obviously boarded up, and it took blocks of driving through the boarded buildings to kind of realize that they were boarded up, because it's become strangely normal this year. I've never been in Washington, D.C. with all the buildings boarded up like this, of course. But it's happened so many places. And there's stuff where I live that's still boarded up since the end of May and beginning of June. Walk back towards the White House this way. Wonder if they're gonna use these barricades to totally block off H Street. Or I guess they're bringing it to that building. That's strange. I'm gonna go over there. I was wrong, not blocking off the street. I wouldn't have thought that they were gonna add more to this building. Whoa. Looks like that building across the street went with a fence instead of boarding up the glass. Here's the part of the fence that starts to have signs all over it. This is Lafayette Square. You can see a little bit of the White House. Through there, there's multiple layers of fencing, it looks like, in here. There, can assume that all of these white sheets are people that were killed by police. So if you've been watching this whole time, this is right about where I started live streaming. Black Lives Matter Plaza, where Black Lives Matter is painted on the street, is right there. There's the White House. There's not a lot of people out here right now.
Is she alive? Is she the CEO of Planned Parenthood today? Do you know who Brad Hampton is? Is she the CEO? You don't need to know my name.
Do you know who Brad Hampton is?
It doesn't matter. I'm just talking about my
Do you know who
business.
Brad Hampton is?
I don't. What the
Do you
fuck?
know who Brad Hampton is?
Do you know who Fred Hampton is?
Hampton. Look him up.
No, we are not here for this. Put your mask on. You're too old to be out here with your mask on like that. You're too old. You're too old to be out here like that. You're at risk, man. Why'd your grandkids let you come out here without a mask on alone? I really don't understand. Are you wearing socks even? Aren't you cold? The wind is blowing right through you, man.
I need you to back up. You don't have your mask on, and I need you to back up. Please move away from me. You don't have a mask on. Please move away from me. You don't have a mask on. This is the middle of a pandemic. Please move away
I
from
want
me.
the cops to stop killing black people.
Don't talk to me about Jesus from 2 feet from me with no mask on. Back up. Back up.
Officer, back up. Officer, go somewhere else. Officer, go somewhere else.
I'm asking you to back up.
Alright, well you guys have heard my message tonight.
Go home. Go pray. Go pray somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Go pray somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else.
I was gonna just come through. I was gonna just scroll through. But I didn't give a fuck about your message or your message, to be quite frank. We're here on Black Lives Matter.
We're tired of niggas dying. We are tired of niggas dying.
Everybody's
Tired.
We're tired. Oh, come on, she's not here. She's not here. Tired of niggas dying.
Tired of niggas dying. That's why we're here.
Yeah, get the fuck. What are you, on ketamine or something? Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Do you see the color of my skin? Am I not allowed to use a word that you invented to hurt us? I'm not allowed to use the word? Are you telling me I can't say nigga? Are you telling me I can't say nigga? Are you telling me I cannot say nigga? I don't understand. Wild.
Why are you still here?
I had to step past your camera.
Begging you to leave. Who got
Look at the color right there.
I've been
Listen,
good.
who is speaking
We are 100% clear that there are no questions. We have no questions. We have no questions. No, you know what? It's a pandemic, nigga. It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. Okay, which is even more the reason why we don't want to be anywhere near you if you never wear masks outside. I don't understand. Go somewhere else. Okay. Alright. Goodbye. Oh my god, you're wild. You're on Google. Look it up. Is it a black woman's job to educate you? Is it my job to give you my opinion? No, I don't give a fuck about what you want. Okay, alright, Jesus. Google, google.com. If that doesn't work, try typing https://www.google.com. And once you're on the website, there's like a little search bar. You know, you can click that and search whatever your little heart desires. Whatever you want. Absolutely whatever you want. Alright. Oh my god. I know, right? Why would we? No, what? I don't understand.
Nobody listened to you. Nobody wanted to listen. How many people was like, yeah, I fuck with that. Let me get I had to get on the
Why don't you have a mask on, sis?
Because
He hasn't Googled COVID. He hasn't Googled COVID deaths. He hasn't Googled. You know, that more people have died of COVID deaths in the United States than in the last 200 wars. Because Black Lives Matter. Alright, so put on a mask and if you're around black people, the Black Lives
The concrete barricades again.
So let's see words out of my mouth. I got the staff
So all the you wear the mask to protect you. But I see this nigga with zero mask. Therefore, he must face zero mask. So, therefore, induction theory that zero lives matter. Zero lives matter. Which goes against everything that God has to say. Don't.
I think God take all my
I thought so too. Maybe I was reading the wrong Bible.
I don't know.
You know, my Bible was
Oh, it's showing me. That's weird.
What's that Lincoln Bible?
Strange.
What's up?
It's annoying.
So this.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I have no way of knowing. Yeah.
So this is the church that Trump booted
Yeah.
Francis.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then this is Lafayette Square that's normally like open.
So there's not usually all this up here.
No, it's a park, and you can like
I can feel it in my bones.
be in it because it's a park.
Little block.
And there's a statue in the middle. There's like sidewalks and some benches.
So typically, how close can you get to the White House when all this is not?
Pennsylvania Avenue is another street like this, so it's street, park, then Pennsylvania Avenue, which is just for pedestrians. So it's a block that way.
Okay.
And you can be on that as a pedestrian normally. Obviously there's a fence there, but
How far around does the fence go? Like all the way around?
it goes not this stoplight, but the next one. Not this stoplight.
Wow.
And it doesn't go around the next building because there's buildings there. And then it goes really far on the other side. But I just walked the perimeter and they're putting it up in like a bunch of little
Okay. Yeah, I was watching your stream and I was like, oh, they're still putting it up. I gotta get out there.
I'm pretty sure they will be for hours, but I saw like 4 teams, so if more people come out, it won't be that much longer.
Probably from up north.
I'll have to fire that ass up. Fucking us he can and shit.
You don't know what that means.
Yeah, now it's down to 3. Maybe I should try fighting for it and see what happens.
I think that was it.
Yeah. It's okay. Keep moving. No. This is really interesting. Amen. Yeah, I've been closer to the White House than this many times for protests and stuff. Yeah. So, if you are just tuning in or started watching recently, we're live in Washington, D.C. right now. You can see on the street sign over there, we're at H Street and Black Lives Matter Plaza. I can show you the closer one that you can see. Lafayette Square is on the other side of this fence. And then the White House is through there too. And when I got here, this is where we started live streaming and then walked all the way around this fence to the couple blocks that way, all the way down this way where they were erecting the fence, and around to the other side of the White House and back up this way to this intersection. So we made a big square around the White House. I'm going to end this live stream now and take some pictures before I find somewhere to sleep. So thank you everybody for watching and for sharing this live stream. Wherever you are, stay safe tonight and tomorrow. If anything interesting happens tonight, I will start live streaming again. And tomorrow, I'm just gonna wander around and see what's happening, and I will start live streaming if it is worth showing you. And I will be here all week for a bunch of different things, so keep an eye out for live streams if you're interested to see what's happening down here. Thanks for watching and sharing, and like I said, please stay safe.